how old are you, please?
25.
Okay, why wouldn't you validate transgender identities?
Why do I need to validate someone that knows what they are?
You don't. I don't say anything about you needing to do it.
Yeah, but I just don't understand like the whole need for validation. Like if they
There,
quote unquote know what they are, then why do we need to validate them?
where does it say that you need to validate them?
Well, you're asking why don't people? So I'm
Yeah,
asking why do we need to?
I didn't say that you need to. Like, I also didn't say that you need to donate your kidneys. But like, if you wouldn't donate your kidney, like even after you die, I would be like, why not? You know, I nowhere did I claim that you need to do this.
Well, I mean, to make a whole live about something, it
Well,
would kind of
I'm
imply
asking you why you won't validate transgender people.
it's the
Do
same
you want?
reason I don't validate people with schizophrenia.
Oh, it can't be.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna validate mental illness. Like, should I tell them that there is
What?
someone speaking to them, telling them to murk everybody in the room?
No, but if they're hearing voices, you do realize that schizophrenic people do actually hear voices, right?
Yeah, do you think I should tell them that they're real?
Well, what do you mean by real?
So if there's someone there speaking to them versus there's not someone there speaking to them, that would be
Okay,
something in their head,
okay, right.
right?
So you know that that would be because it's a claim about external. So if they say, I'm hearing a voice inside my head, are you going to say, no, no, you're not?
Sure.
But they are hearing a
It
voice
doesn't
inside
it
their head.
we could get into the semantics all you want, but it's still again a delusion.
Okay, define delusion.
This is where we're going with this.
This is where you took this.
You can't pin down someone's delusion.
Can you
Like,
define the word delusion, please?
do you want the dictionary version of delusion?
I want any version.
A fixed, false belief firmly held despite clear evidence to the contrary, often stemming from complex genetic, biological, or environmental factors. There you go.
Okay, so what belief do I have that is false?
What?
I'm a trans person. Your claim is that I'm delusional. A delusion is a false belief.
Right.
What belief do I hold that is false?
I mean, like, do I need to answer that genuinely, or are you just like,
Yes, that's how you have a debate.
oh, okay. Well,
So,
if I'm making the claim that there's delusion involved, it would be that you're not what you're saying you are.
which
So if
is,
I am saying I'm a male, but I'm actually a female, what would that be?
right, well, I'm not saying that I'm a male or a female, right? So I'm saying that I'm a non-binary person, right?
Right, so you
So,
don't exist.
no, that's not what I said at all. Do you even know what gender identity is?
BS, yeah.
Oh, so no, you don't know?
It's completely irrelevant.
It is
That's what I'm saying.
absolutely relevant because we're talking about why you won't validate transgender identities.
Well, I can identify as anything I want. Does that make it true?
So I don't know how you're using the word identify when you don't know what gender identity means already. So what
Well,
does
my
gender...
identity is the floor. Does that make me the floor?
Oh, so you don't know what identity means at all, right?
You can identify as anything you'd like.
What does identify mean?
That's your burden to tell me. What does identify mean by your standard?
You didn't ask. Do you want to know specifically identify, or how about gender identity, since that's what we're actually talking about?
Pick your poison either way.
Okay, gender identity refers to somebody's internal self-concept regarding their sex. So that's something internal, something that exists internally. So how are you going to tell me that something that exists internally to me doesn't exist?
Do we need to get like the definition of identity in general though to understand it in context?
No, because I just gave you the context. The context is gender identity, so that's the context.
Yeah, we have to break words down sometimes. So what does
Okay,
identity mean?
so identity refers to self-concept, internal self-concept in
Yeah,
this conversation.
so the Oxford language is it's the fact of
Do you,
being who or what a person or thing
do
is.
you think that definitions are descriptive or prescriptive?
Descriptive.
Right. So that would mean they describe the way that we use words. Who's using the word right now? Me. How am I using it? Internal self-concept.
Again, to identify something would be, again, a fact. So
Okay, so
you can feel something, but that does not make it a fact.
Again, definitions are descriptive, not prescriptive. And I'm the one using the word, so I'm going to tell you how I am using that word, right?
Okay, so if I say, it's very chair today, that can mean the weather's bad?
How are you
Because
using the word
I mean that the chair is bad
Yes,
weather?
that is how language works, yes.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works. We don't create our own definitions.
No, we create them collectively within societies because communication is a social construct, right? Language is a social
Okay,
construct.
so what is the Oxford languages? Who decided that?
Probably a collection of people that work for
Okay,
Oxford.
so it's been decided by your own framework
Do you think that
what
it is
identity means.
do you think it's prescribed now?
I don't think you can change it at will
Oh, you're
for
an
you
idiot.
personally.
But
It's not for me
Merriam-Webster says
personally.
differently. Merriam-Webster's different.
Okay, what's Merriam-Webster say?
That's another dictionary. And then there's Webster Dictionary.
Okay, what does Webster's dictionary
And
say?
there's Cambridge. There's a lot of different dictionaries.
Okay, great. What are the definitions by all of those that you just mentioned?
For which word?
For the word identity.
I actually just want to check something. Do you have any idea what an operational definition is?
Please tell me.
Okay, so an operational definition is when you're using a word within, like, say, an essay or say, like, a legal paper or something like that, and you give exactly what you mean by that term in the framework, right? So, like, a psychology paper, for example. If we're doing a psychology study on happiness, we need to know what we mean by happiness so that we can see that we're measuring the thing that we're actually talking about. So that would be an operational definition. Whatever you describe happiness to be in that context, that would be an operational definition, which is really weird because it's actually really similar in debates. When someone is presenting their argument, they may provide an operational definition of how they're using the word because it's their argument and their presentation. So how they are using the word matters.
Wait, Katie, what if I don't believe you're happy?
I don't care.
Yeah, but like, how do I go about discerning if what you're experiencing internally is true or not? How do I discern that?
Oh, it's weird. You actually can't. You can do like a collective thing where you study like multiple people who are telling you that they're actively happy and look for similarities in like neurology, hormones, etc., and stuff like that in that time period, brain activity at the time period. But these are just going to be like correlations.
Interesting. It's almost like we have to like ask.
Yeah, it's actually funny because people seem to think that like brain scans verify what people are saying, but actually it's the other way around. What people are saying verifies the brain scans, because if someone says I feel depressed and then we scan their brain and it looks different than a typical depressed brain, we can't then tell them that they're not depressed. That's not how life works.
Fascinating. Thank you for answering that.
So, Fen, are you okay with my operational definition yet, or do you still want to cry about how you don't like how I'm using a word?
Sorry, I was crying about it. No one cares. Like, again, you can't just change a word based on your feeling.
No, it's called an operational definition, and it's used in many different contexts, i.e.
Okay,
research,
so
law,
words have literal
debates.
no meaning, or what?
Do you not know that all words are made up? Do you think there's like some objective measure to
Again,
language?
by that standard, you would have literally zero meaning to any word because you personally could change it depending on how you feel at any point. That's not how the world works. You can say purple is blue, but it's not.
Hey, Fen, what's an operational definition?
We just ran through it for like 20 minutes while you guys were coping.
Okay, what did I say? What is it?
I'll have to explain it back to you. I heard your definition. Great. But again,
could you tell me what I said?
If I tell you how I feel about it, Does that make it true?
I don't care how you feel about it. Could you tell me what an operational definition is, please?
Can you stay on topic for 5 seconds?
Yeah, we are on topic. We're talking about how definitions change depending on context and
That's
operational.
not true, though.
That is true.
Not absolutely, no.
This is great. Wait. Hey. What does gay mean?
He said that's not true.
What does gay mean?
Words don't.
Well,
the
what
meaning
we'd
of
have to
words
do-
doesn't depend on context anymore.
What we'd have to
guys.
do is we'd have to look up the definition of the word gay. Right?
We'd have to do that. You can't think of one meaning for the word gay without looking up the definition.
I can think of many meanings, but like, again,
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. How do you know which one to use? Is it? Hold on. This is just a throw it. Like, I'm just throwing this out. Is it possible that it's depending on context that we determine which definition is being used?
no, it's actually dependent on what everyone has agreed upon that it means over the course of years, right? Because it's changed over the course of
If
years.
you use the word gay to mean happy, like it was used to mean way back when, and I say
Right.
and then I say, well, the definition today, the majority of people say the definition of gay is to be attracted to the same sex, so you can't mean happy. Would I be correct?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
What's the point of a dictionary? Do you know the point of a dictionary is?
He just doesn't get it.
Yes, I do know what the point of a dictionary is.
It's to put a bunch of things that, like a bunch of words that have zero meaning in a book so that we can pick and choose what they mean for ourselves. Is that what it's for?
No, so a dictionary is a collective of men. Usually in dictionaries, they have more than one definition per word, by the way. Like, I don't know if you know this, but like if you look up gay in the dictionary, you're not going to get only one definition. You're going to get like a list of different definitions, which
It's usually a definition and then how to use it in the context, yeah.
no, there can be several different. Do you think that there's only one definition in the dictionary for the word gay?
What did I just say? Can you repeat back to me what I just said?
Can you answer my question?
Exactly, because you didn't listen.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Do you think that there's only one definition for the word gay in the dictionary?
When you can answer my question, I can answer your question.
Okay, so you asked me, right? You said, well, actually, no, you didn't even ask a question. You said that there would be one definition and then different contexts to use it in, right?
Yeah, I said mostly.
Okay.
Mostly meaning not always,
Okay.
but mostly, yes.
Okay. Could there be more than one definition?
Sure.
Okay, how would you know which one a person means?
Context.
Oh my god, we got there! It's almost like I've been saying that the whole time.
Right. But again, context doesn't change the actual word itself. Like, there's a fact. Like, you can feel however you want to feel about it, but
What
it doesn't
does
make
that
it
mean?
true.
I've never claimed that the word is changing. The word I'm using is still identity.
You most definitely have said it's completely different than what the word identity means.
No, I haven't. Do you think that the word identity only means one specific thing?
Okay, so the word identity is a fact.
Would you like an operational definition from a neurology study? Would that be good enough for you?
We can
Or
just
does it-
pick any dictionary.
Okay,
'cause
well,
that
I'm
would
not, I'm
define
talking,
the term.
I'm talking about like a broad concept within human beings. So I'm going to defer to social sciences, right? The study of human beings for their
Yeah, someone else's opinion, you mean?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just tell one more, what's an operational definition?
We're going through this again.
You never answered me.
Again, I'm not going to go through the entire thing that you just went on. But we know what it is.
You could answer with one sentence.
Again, do we need to go through it again?
I need to know that you know what I'm saying.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Oh, so why are you still here?
Because you've coped the entire time and haven't answered any questions, and you've ran
Ask me a
from all
question.
definitions.
Ask me a question.
I've asked you many questions,
Okay,
and you've
repeat-
completely
repeat-
denied facts.
Repeat a single question that you've asked me, and I'll answer it.
So again, we can change any definition of anything at any time. Us
Yes.
as a as a singular person, not as a community, but as a singular person, correct?
Yes, we have the ability as human beings to use words however we want to. That is true.
Okay, does that make them true?
To the person using them, yes.
No, not to the person. Does that make them true?
What
Completely,
about
wholly.
them? What about them? I don't think a definition is like a true or false thing.
Again, that would mean all words have zero meaning.
Yeah, we ascribe meaning to them as a society. And
So
if
then you could just jumble up word salad and tell me that it's a sentence.
So why don't you tell me, how do words get meanings?
We've already been through this like 8 times. We both agree that society has collectively agreed.
I literally just said that society ascribes meanings to words.
Right.
And you said no. So
Nope. I said you as a singular person cannot change the meaning of a word.
Can I use a word however I want to?
Again, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Doesn't make it the right way. Doesn't make it the truth.
Okay, right. Can
That's
you
interesting
understand?
that there's a right
Can you
way.
understand if I tell you how I'm using the word? So let's just say, right? This is a mug, right? But let's say I said this is a sock, and you were like, "How are you using the word sock there?" And I said, "Well, sock describes something that you put drinks in. Typically has a handle." Can you understand how I'm using the word sock?
Yeah, if you go to explain something.
Right. So if
Sure.
if I tell you how I'm using the words gender identity, can you understand it?
It still doesn't make your mug a sock. That's the whole point.
No, but that's just depending on whose term we're using. But what I'm asking you is, can you understand my operational definition of gender identity or not?
Yes, if you explain something,
Okay.
anyone has the capacity to understand what it is. Again, that doesn't make it that.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. We can move forward then. So I am using the word gender identity to talk about somebody's self-concept regarding their sex, okay? You told me previously that trans people are delusional. So I'm a trans non-binary person. My gender identity is agender. My internal self-concept of myself regarding sex has no sex related to it, actually. So tell me now what I am delusional about.
You can't be genderless.
Why not?
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, why not? Are you confused? I think you might be confused and you think that I'm talking about sex and not gender, but I'm talking about gender, right?
I believe they're the same thing.
Well, I don't. So can you tell me how okay, and also like trans people don't think that. So I know that I'm female, I also know that I'm non-binary. Can you now tell me how trans people are delusional?
So we're just talking about how we feel about ourselves.
No. When did I use the word feel?
So if you know you're a female, but you feel otherwise.
I didn't say that I feel otherwise. That's not something that I said.
Okay, so you're a female, right?
I'm physically female, yes.
But you know you're not?
No, I have a different gender identity. I have a different self-concept, an internal...
Which would be you believing you are not.
No, an internal self-concept is an idea. It's not a claim about my external body.
Okay, so you're Sherlock Holmes and you detected that you're not a female.
No, I'm not making a claim about my sex. Are you too... can you not understand this? Can you not understand that I'm not making a claim about my sex?
Again, an idea? What's the idea?
So you don't have any internal concept of yourself?
I don't think that I'm a male. I know that I'm a male.
Okay, so what's your name? Is it Fent?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you think in your head, you're like, who am I? What comes to mind? I know this might be a little out of
I'm
depth.
a male.
I know that you've probably never thought about yourself in this way and had this much self-awareness in your fucking life because you're emotionally 4. But, like, just try for me.
3.5.
Who is Fent? Who is Fent? What comes
I'm a male.
to mind? Okay, so that's your internal self-concept. So you know that you're male physically, but also internally, when you conceptualize yourself, you are
Internally, I'm
also thinking,
still a male.
well, male is not an internal thing. So
It
male is,
is. I think I'm a male. I know I'm a male.
does whether you think you're a male matter?
Nope. So
Yeah,
I'm still a male.
I didn't think it mattered, right? So see how being male is external, but your self-concept is internal?
Yeah, it's all the same though, because you're still a male.
No, those are two different things. You poor baby. It must be so empty in your head.
Right. Hmm.
Yeah. To have no internal self-concept, that's like a developmental delay.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really hinders me.
Well, it just means that you're not very interesting.
Right. Because I believe to operate in the truth and not how I feel or how you feel or what definition I think I can
No,
make
no,
today.
because you haven't developed yourself as a
Oh.
person beyond the physical reality, which is fucking boring.
Well, I feel like the sky is made of mushrooms. Does that make it true?
I feel like you're not very clever.
Does that make it true though?
No, it doesn't make it true, but
Why?
what I feel in this scenario is true.
Okay, but
I,
the sky, but for me, mushrooms
mhm.
are having clouds,
Yeah, because
are
that's
blue,
mhm.
and they rain, and they have wind.
So are you
So does that mean it
that the
is?
cloud is fungi, or are you using the word mushroom to mean something different than it typically is used?
I'm just telling you what a mushroom is.
Could you answer my question?
I'm just telling you what a mushroom is.
Could you answer my question?
Am I correct? Am I telling the truth or not?
Could you answer my question? I need you to answer my question. Are you using the word mushroom different to the typical, or are you telling me that clouds are fungi?
No, I'm telling you that's what the word is.
Well, I don't think that a
I
word
just
is.
described a mushroom.
I don't
What do you
think
mean?
I don't think that a word is something. I think that words have different meanings depending on how people are using them.
Yeah, but
So,
that's what
could you
mushroom
answer?
means.
What? It means what?
It's blue.
Oh, okay.
It's above
Well,
us.
okay.
It rains. There's clouds. There's wind.
Okay. So you're just using the word mushroom to mean something different than typical?
What do you mean typical? That's what it means.
Okay, see how when you do this, you like seem to forget that there is any type of community collective, but when I do it, I know that there is a collective that has a typical usage. That's
No,
why
I'm just changing it to mean the truth, right?
that's why I'm using the term operational definition. Have you ever read like any kind of academic paper, like at all?
It doesn't matter if it's operational or if it's the
No, it does.
definition or if it's
There is no the definition. That doesn't exist.
there is the definition.
So definitions
That's
are
like saying
prescriptive?
there is no the truth, there's only my truth. There's no
You
again,
think
there's
you think that
how you
definitions are
feel.
prescriptive?
There's how you feel, but there's not the truth.
Are you making the claim that definitions are prescriptive?
Well, you're Sherlock Holmes, so what would you deduce?
You earlier accused me of not answering any questions, but I've answered several questions, and you will not give me a direct answer to a single one of mine.
Correct. Does that help?
Oh, okay, interesting. So you just run away from questions?
I just answered your question by saying correct.
Okay, could you answer the question that I asked previously? That was actually relevant to the debate, or no?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Correct.
That wasn't the question that was relevant to the debate. What was
You
the
said,
question?
are you using it you think words are prescriptive? I said
So,
correct.
okay, you think that definitions are prescriptive. Could you give me some evidence for that?
Oh my god.
Artemis, is it not Merriam-Webster, if you know, that has like an entire section about the fact that their definitions are not prescriptive?
Yeah, in fact, I think actually many dictionaries like say this because it would be ridiculous
That would
to
be
use it.
it would be absolutely nonsensical. It would suggest that language is objective and exists outside the mind, which is fundamentally insane.
Would be interesting, right? I mean, I guess we could say like if you wanted to like play around with it, aliens gave us language, but I mean,
It's almost
then that
like
would be
there's-
outside of the human mind, but still of a mind. So
Yeah,
I don't really know.
it's like weird. It's almost like language is a social construct, so it kind of has to be subjective.
Okay, so then why didn't you accept mushroom as the true definition?
Because there is no such thing as a true definition.
Oh, I'm sorry. The ordinary definition.
Because ordinary would mean typical, and the way that you were describing mushroom isn't what I've typically heard.
Yeah,
what
but I
is
just changed the
primary?
definition today.
That doesn't mean that it's suddenly what's typical.
But I changed it. So, like, that is the definition.
There is no the definition.
It is.
No, that doesn't exist.
We can change whatever we want.
That doesn't make it the definition because
Do you see how that's delusion?
there is no the definition.
Do you see how that would be delusional of me to say that?
Wait,
What's
hold on.
delusional?
Wait, if I can, Katie, if I can. When you were talking about mushrooms and describing the sky and things like that, we actually 100% understood what you were describing and how
Right.
you defined it.
Because I had to, in
this
detail, tell you
conversation-
what it is.
You told us what it is. You told us what mushrooms are, and we understood what you were stating here.
Yeah, and if I did that to a doctor, I would be in the hospital, right?
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Because if you told him why you were using that as an explanation, he'd be like, that's different. But yeah, I understand what you're referencing.
Yeah, and then I would be put into a mental institution.
You
No,
would
you
not.
wouldn't.
Yeah,
No.
It
Do you
would.
know? No, you wouldn't because you don't get put into mental institution.
that would be a form of psychosis if I'm
No, it is not.
constantly.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
no,
would be.
it's not.
So if I'm
No,
constantly,
no, be quiet. Stop it. You're not going to spread this kind of false information on my fucking live. The only reason that somebody would get institutionalized is if they were a danger to themselves or others. Using words in a different way than what is typical does not suggest that you're a danger to fucking anyone, except possibly, like my patients. And you also don't know what psychosis is. That's obvious. Isn't it so peaceful when they don't realize that they're muted? It's like,
do you know what, like, there's multiple
Breath of
forms
fresh
of psychosis? Or
no, I know. You're not describing a single one.
do you
of
know
them.
what they are?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. So again, there's multiple forms of psychosis. That would be another form of psychosis.
Could you give me the name of the one that is when you use different words, when you use words different than typical usage, you're having psychosis?
I can explain to yeah.
No, give me a source. I want a medical source that says that this is a type of psychosis.
There's multiple types of psychosis.
I know
which
that there's
one?
multiple types of psychosis. Could you give me a medical source that says that using words different to typical is psychosis?
Okay. Do you know myclevelandclinic.org?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Psychosis is a term for a collection of symptoms that happen when a person has trouble telling the difference between what is real and what is not. The disconnection from reality can happen for several reasons, including many different mental, physical conditions. It's usually treatable with medical and other techniques.
Yep. Absolutely.
I didn't explain anything that your
also,
point,
by the way, literally only referencing psychosis is like a broad general thing, not talking about any specific types of psychosis. So where am I disconnected from reality?
Okay, well, let me continue reading the rest of the definition.
I'm asking for the name of the type of psychosis that is when you use words different to typical.
It's kind of to circle back to what I said before. It's called delusion.
Oh,
So I can give you that as well. Can I read it?
That's
Can I
not
read
what
it?
that means.
Well, can I read it?
No. Using
Okay, let me read it for you, and you
No.
can debunk
Wait,
it.
No, stop yelling. Don't yell at me,
Nobody
baby.
yelled.
Shh, you did. Okay? Everyone can hear you. Shh. Okay. Let's all just calm down for a second. We've already actually talked about what delusions are, so I don't see a reason to go in this circle with you. We talked about the fact that delusions are holding false beliefs.
But you said you wanted a source.
Shush, shush, shush. We talked about the fact that delusions are false beliefs. We've already gone over a definition for delusion. I don't need another one, right? And how is it delusional to say, I am using an operational definition in this context, and I am aware that this is not the typical usage of this word? How is that delusional?
Can I read the rest of the fact?
No, you can answer my question.
Yeah, I'll answer it as soon as I can finish it.
No, you can finish that after you answer the question.
Definition's not fact, by the way. That's kind of funny, though.
Well, they are according
Definitions
to
are
him.
not a fact.
Artemis, definitions are prescriptive. You didn't know?
So they're false beliefs that someone holds on to very strongly,
Okay.
even though others don't believe them.
Okay, so if, again, I've heard your definition. Thank you for giving me the definition of delusion again. Now, I am using the term gender identity to mean a person's self-concept regarding their sex I know that this is an operational definition that I am using in this context and may not be the typical usage of the term gender identity, may not be the typical usage of the term identity, as you were specifically upset with.
Oh,
Now
right.
how is it delusional for me to be like, this is still the operational definition I'm giving, but I am aware that this is not the typical usage? Where's the delusion?
Okay, so being aware wouldn't matter at all. So I can be aware that I'm wrong, but that doesn't make me not wrong all of a sudden. Again, like I can read it again.
So where
It's
am I wrong?
you're holding on to something very strongly, right?
You said that I
And
have to be
others don't believe it.
you said that it has to be a false belief. What is the false belief that I'm holding on to?
Again, what are the pretenses?
What
did I just read?
Answer my question.
What did I just read?
No, you don't get to run away from my questions anymore. We're gonna play the game properly. You ask me a question.
Are we playing Monopoly?
Hey, calm. You ask me a question, I'll answer your question. I ask you a question, you answer my question. So I've asked you several fucking times. What is the false belief that I'm holding on to?
The false belief is that you can change any definition for one as you personally please, because
Now
you
he's
were not
just going on a complete tangent. He's talking about something like this is like 20 minutes ago, bro.
You ask me, I'm giving you an answer.
That's not what I was
if you're gonna
asking.
let me speak, then I can speak. But if you're gonna
That's
cut
not
me
what I
off
was.
while I'm giving you an
That's
answer,
not what I was asking you about, is it though?
it is.
No, it's not. Let me replay a little bit for you. So you said that me using a word different from typical would get me institutionalized and is a form of psychosis. You said that it's a form of psychosis because it's a delusion, but I know that I'm using the word in a way that is not typical. So what is the delusion?
The whole ideology that you can continue to use words as though
You're an idiot.
Oh my God. I can't.